Hey, it's the right weekend, and my weekend starts today. I will be gone. Not going to film for a few days, most likely, unless something big happens and I need to video. Uh, I'll use my phone or something like that. But I am going to be recording. I'm going to be heading south, and anytime I pass to get any stations that pass or anything like that, if I see some lines or if I see ridiculous prices, I'm going to take pictures and video. But I think this is a good opportunity for us on the right, for us who voted for Trump, to look. You're not going to win we're not going to win with against the major lefties. You're not going to against the leftists. You're not going to convince them to be able to vote Republican or vote for Trump. So you have to. This is the perfect time to get the moderates, the people who don't pay attention, who don't normally pay attention to politics and just vote uh, one party. I trust me, I get it. I have it in my family. I have people who just they just vote Democrat because it's habit, not because they like who the Democrat is or they know what they stand for. They just vote for them just because that's what they do. They vote Democrat. Um, so this is a good opportunity to show them, look, listen, it's been only 4 months, 4 months of Biden. And look what's going on in 4 months. For as much as people hated Trump, as much as Trump was boorish and like in Spanish we say bruto. He's a uh, much as he's an a-hole, as whatever adjective you want to use. Um, that yes, he sent out mean tweets and pissed people off and said stupid things. But at the end of the day, look at what he did for the country. Look at how his policies were working. We had low gas prices. We had wages were going up. That's the dirty secret that the Democrats didn't want put in the news, was that uh, wages were going up as much as they didn't want to admit it, because what they wanted to do between, they criticize, I think it was McConnell, when McConnell said he wanted to make Obama a one-term president. Well, guess what? That's what the Democrats did with Trump and their allies in the media. That's what they did. And look how little we hear from Biden. If Trump would have just said, you know what, these people are talking so much smack that I'm going to just take a break from social media. I'm going to take a break from doing press conferences. Do you think the media would have been okay with that? Do you think the media would have went, oh no, that's fine. Trump's not talking to us for a month. Um, or Trump went 45 days without Trump went, 70 something days without a press conference. Do you think the media would have been okay with that? Be honest now. I that's what went on. That's what went on with the excuse me for a second. I just people don't know I usually put my phone right over here. Um for people who don't well, oh great, now I'm getting a phone call. I can't right now, I got to call back. But I put my phone here not because when people call me, I put it because so I could um see my kids upstairs. I'm a parent, so I have to watch them. So this I have it. Here's my camera. Here's my computer, and then here's my phone. And so insight into when I'm doing this stuff, how I'm multitasking. So or sometimes I'll try to, when I film, I don't have a timer, so I don't know how long I've been on. I try to keep it about a certain amount of time, anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes. Um, so yeah. So anyway, tangent, just because the fact the phone call interrupted me. this is a perfect time to get to your moderate friends, and if you think you could convince maybe open the mind of someone who's far left, try. I can't tell you, you know, give up on them, but it's a hard nut to crack. I'm not going to say that it's not, and just try to find an issue um, that they may disagree with Democrats and the left, and then nudge on it. Pull that sweater string and see where you could go. See how you can unravel it. Um, when it comes to my sister, I'll give you an example. I always use the Second Amendment, just because the fact that we live in a rural area, so it's easier for me to tell her, look, you vote Democrat, you know, you, they're going to make it more difficult for you to get a gun to protect you or my niece. So you go stuff like that. That's where you get them to at least listen, and so you go from there. You start with something like that, something where you could agree on. Maybe it's taxes, maybe it's maybe it's free speech. Maybe it's you'd be surprised, like this whole with everything with the wokeism and everything, that maybe like the transgender stuff might get them. Maybe the pronouns, the everything with genders. So you just try something like that. I'm doing some research. Actually, my major was in sociology, so I am going to go back to some of my old textbooks that I kept, and I'm going to do a dive into this whole critical theory and the critical race, because critical race theory is an offshoot of critical theory, and I'm going to go into something like that. Hopefully, maybe while I'm on vacation, I'm going to bring a book with me. Hopefully, I'll get to read it. I've been uh, holding it off. Maybe this time it's a long drive, so when it's not my turn, I'll do some reading. But like I said, find these issues, find something that you could um, get that foot in the door and try to open someone's mind, because 2022 is around the corner, and that elections, don't let them fool you. That election is just as important as 2024, because if we could get the set back this if we could get the Senate back, or if we could get the House back, then we could stop. Then basically the only thing that the Biden administration will be able to do will be executive orders, and even then, that you could fight that stuff in court like they did to Trump. So 2022 is coming. We got to get the House, the Senate, preferably both, and keep the pressure on. So, like, people, those midterm elections, those in between, people fall asleep and they don't pay attention to that stuff. So you have to uh if yourself, you got to vote. And like I said, if you could convince someone, these turbulent times with food shortages, uh job uh, you know employees shortage. People can't find people that want to work because the fact that they're paying, if they're paying people $16 an hour to sit at home and do nothing. um you're not going to take a $15 hour job. It's going to take maybe like 18-20 dollars an hour for these people to want to work. But like I said, put that foot, try. It doesn't, with your family and friends, just be subtle about it. Don't be obvious about it. Just, like I said, get that foot in the door, get that. You don't have to have a whole conversation. Just get that, figure out that one topic that you could get them to agree with you on, and then go from there. And then, but bring sound arguments, and don't argue. Just have a conversation. So that's why I say bring a sound argument. I'm not talking about having a debate with them. I'm just saying have a conversation with them. That's why when I ask for people to come on my show, I call it an interview, but I say it's a conversation. I just want to have a back and forth with them, maybe ask them certain questions depending on where the conversation goes. That's how I've done my interviews. Um, I just want to get as much information from the people I'm interviewing and get their story out there as much as I'd like to get my story out there. So, anyways, it's the Right Rican. You can follow me YouTube and Rumble. I'm might do more stuff, but I'm just trying to for now focus on these two, get them going. And you can follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. Parler's been acting up, so I haven't tried to post on there in a while. So, but like I said, it's gonna be a couple of days unless something comes up. But I probably won't be back till Tuesday. So, with that being said, uh, have a great weekend, everyone. I'm out.